Okay, I am sick of this. This has gone on for far too long. This needs to stop. For centuries, for decades, we've looked at sharks and have been terrified. And more recently, we've looked at lasers and was like, hey, those can hurt us. Let's not touch that. So people are like, what if we combine the two? Laser shark. Wouldn't that be even more terrifying? And people accepted that as a fact. You know, laser sharks, or sharks with lasers, are scarier than just normal sharks. Plus, scarier than just normal lasers. But you see, that is blasphemy. That is wrong. Laser sharks are not scarier than normal sharks. You see, when you put a laser on a shark, right, first, there's so many variables at play. Does the shark have control of the laser? That is very important. Or does the laser have control of the shark? If we have a sentient laser on our hands, that is not a shark with a laser, that is a shark with a sentient laser. You cannot mix the two up. Those are two very important variables. And the other variable, can the shark activate the laser? Like, how does he activate it? Is it like a button he presses? Is it like a system command? Is it like a timer? Like, how does this work? We gotta know. Is it like motion tracking, thermal tracking? We gotta know how the shark activates the laser. Does he do it of his own volition? Like, how does the shark control the laser, if he controls it at all? Secondly, if he doesn't and someone else is doing it, is the laser, like, also, how is the laser attached to the shark? Is it just duct taped on, super glued, nailed, or is it cybernetically attached? Because then you're dealing with a cyborg shark, not a shark with a laser. You cannot mess these things up. So assuming it's just the stereotypical shark has laser can go pew pew, shark can go nibble nibble. But you understand that the shark would never go nibble nibble. Like, a shark with a laser is a lot less terrifying because the shark will never bite you, because it will shoot you with a laser and you'll be dead. Okay, it puts all the fear into the laser. It makes the shark kind of cutesy wootsy. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that dark creature swimming in the water, you don't know about it, is a lot less scary than kapew. You know, it's like dealing with like a shark with a gun versus like some random guy with a gun. Okay, don't get me wrong, they're both scary, but it's because of a gun. It isn't because of a shark with a gun. Now, a shark with a baseball bat is an exception, but we're going to get into that later. But we're not going to get into that on this episode. So you see, an easy fix of this laser shark paradox is by giving shark laser teeth. So you see, then it guarantees that when the shark bites you, it just shreds through you. Now, this keeps the same terror of the normal shark and keeps the terror of lasers, but they're both one and the same. How do you do this, though? Do you add cybernetic enhancements to the teeth? Do you just put a bunch of laser pointers in its mouth and hook that up to like a Tesla coil or something? Like, I don't know. Okay, I am not a scientist. I am only a mathematician. And as a mathematician, I know if you use this formula here, B is to account for all the shark teeth, and then A is to account for the laser thing. Okay, assuming you're having a laser for every shark tooth, you then need C, which powers the laser and the shark teeth, but you need a beam block laser compulsors on every tooth. Because you see, like, you need the lasers to shoot out, but you also need something to stop the lasers from keep going, or else it'll kill the shark. And you need this for every single tooth, okay? So it should get you a design like this. So you need to put that into the shark, move that, put it all down. But then you need something to power the lasers. We get back to this. How do you power the laser? Now, this is very important. You see, this is the anatomy of a human shark. So if we look about here, we should be able to fit a good old car battery right in there. Now, just wrap it in plastic or something, because you don't want water to touch it. Because have you seen what happens when water touches a car battery? Because I haven't, and I don't want to find out. Okay, so now if you're a new shark with a waterproof car battery, laser teeth, assuming you wired it correctly, you should have a completely functioning laser shark. All right, but now there's another problem. Sharks shed their teeth for some reason, so you need to nail them on. But then you might deal with a problem, because like, what happens if it can't shed its teeth? What will it do? I don't know. You see, this is the unintended plus side to laser sharks. You see, because their shedded teeth will have nowhere to go, they'll just like spike out of their body. So of course, to avoid just killing the shark, just give them some vitamin gummies. So now that they will survive the spikes, you now have a spiked laser shark. This is a true military advantage. US, get your hands on this. Sure, I now own a patent, but don't get me wrong, I'm a sellout. I'll consider giving you my designs for about $1 million. $1 billion if you'd treat me to a soda. Now, I mentioned earlier about why a shark with a baseball bat would be 10 times scarier, and you gotta understand, baseball bats aren't that scary. Don't get me wrong, getting hit by a bat sucks, but just the bat itself isn't scary. Now, a shark with a bat, you gotta ask yourself, where the frick did this shark get a bat from? Because, like, where do you buy bats? Like, actually think about that. Where the frick do you buy a bat at? Like where? Think real hard about this for a second. Where can you buy a bat? Nowhere. They cannot be sold. Like, they still get sold. It is what we call the universal bat anomaly. You see, we don't actually sell them anywhere, but at some point, you probably bought a bat at a store. But we can use the universal bat paradox against itself, you see. Because it has to be sold and it has to be bought, but cannot be sold from anywhere, it means you can also buy it from anywhere. So head over to your local sewage drain or something, buy yourself a bat. They got discounts there. And you see, now you have a paradoxical bat, which is a lot scarier than a shark with a baseball bat, because now you know how they got their bat from. Okay, so now the how of, the shark having a bat isn't scary anymore, because you know the answer to it. But now, why does he have a bat? What is his motive? This can be solved with some quick therapy. There are multiple websites online, shark therapists, very underrated position, but they are important for moments like this. America, stand up. We need more shark therapists. So after the shark therapist sorts out all his midlife crises, the why and the how is no longer scary, because the why doesn't matter anymore. He's accepted life. He acknowledges death. He is fine with this. And also, how he got his bat, we already answered that. We already know. Now, who? Who is the shark? This should also be answered in therapy, so that isn't a problem. But when? This is the hardest part. When did the shark get a baseball bat? Or when did the shark? Now, there isn't really a way to answer this, so this will eternally scar you for life. So it is best to not encounter a shark with a baseball bat. This is why they are truly scary, because you never know when baseball shark. So at the end of this, you might be like, oh, but why a shark of a laser cannon? At the end of the day, couldn't you just give any creature a laser and it'd be terrifying? Like a cheetah with a laser cannon. Wouldn't that be terrifying? As we already mentioned, you put a laser cannon on something, it's the laser cannon that's terrifying, not the creature. And a cheetah having laser teeth isn't as scary, because why would it bite you? That's another thing. The shark won't necessarily bite you. So what we need to do, a quick way to fix this, is make him play video games. Because I've heard from very reliable sources, very reliable, 100%, that video games actually make you violent. So just make the shark play video games. I preferably COD, since they have guns and stuff, or Minecraft if you really want to get bloodthirsty. And with this newfound rage and anger, the shark will go out hunting whoever you say it will. Because video games. And thank you. This is how you start World War III. It's like 1 a.m. I've had too many drinks.